Hey guys, Smitty here with Just Piddlin Barbecue. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I clean my pellet grill, specifically the Yoder YS640S Pellet Smoker. But I'm going to also show you, if you don't have this one, you have a different one, how I used to clean my other pellet grills. So stay tuned. Alright guys, now I see a lot of folks who have problems with their pellet grills, fires for example, and flame outs and stuff like that, and I truly believe one of the reasons why they're having a problem with all that stuff is because they're not cleaning their grills. It's very important to clean your grills. All you guys that say, well, I've been grilling for a year on mine and I ain't never touched it, well, congratulations, but in my opinion you're kind of lazy, and you're going to get better performance out of your grill if you keep it clean. First things first, I've already kind of wiped down the outside except for the stainless steel part, and I wiped it down with this ACF 50. It's an anti-corrosion formula, and I'll put a link in the description box to everything that I used today, so check that out at the end of the video, and there'll be links down there to help you find some of these products that I use. But I use this ACF 50 product. I spray it down and then wipe everything down really good, and it really helps out on the corrosion stuff. So I've already kind of done that on the outside except for the stainless steel stuff. I've got me some gloves, link in the description. I think it just helps with cleanup. And so I'm going to try to show you everything that I do as far as cleaning my pellet grill. So let's get started. Alright, very first thing, right now, go ahead and stop and check your grease trap, your grease can. Whatever system that your pellet grill uses to collect grease, go ahead and check it now. The reason, number one, if you're going to kind of move it somewhere else so you can see a little bit better to keep it clean, you're going to want to do this. And the reason why is because I just checked mine. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is about that far from the top. And this would have been a total mess if I had tried to move this out there on the cool deck to clean it. And so I'm going to go ahead and dispose of this grease. I may put it in the sink, get a little Dawn, wash it out really good, and then bring it back out here, install it back on my grill. Now if you want to use the little tinfoil grease trap liners, grease can liners, you can do that. I have used those in the past, but in my opinion it's a waste of money. They're expensive for what they are. I have also just lined my grease can with tinfoil. That works okay, but at the end of the day, to me, I just let it go on my grease can, I dump it out, I put it in the sink, wash it with some Dawn, and I'm done with it. It hadn't cost me a dime. So that's the way I do mine. You do yours. The point is, make sure you get all the grease out. Alright, grease can is clean. Now, word of caution. Do not go in there and clean that grease can in your kitchen sink and leave a big mess and tell your wife that, well, Smitty said to do it this way. Well, Smitty also told you to clean up after yourself when you get done, so make sure that you do that. So, grease can is clean. I'm going to put that back, and then I'm going to clean the grill grates before I vacuum everything out in the bottom. Does that make sense? Because right now if I clean the grill grates, everything's going to fall down there, and then when I vacuum everything up, everything's going to be clean. Now on the Yoder, the grill grates are expanded metal, so that gives you a little bit of a challenge as far as regular grill brushes and that kind of thing are not going to work. What I have found that works best, honestly, is balled up tinfoil, heavy duty tinfoil. That works the best for me, so that's what I'm going to use on the top. Now on the bottom, I've got different things that I kind of use, and I'll show you those. But first, let me get some tinfoil, and I'm going to clean this top grill grate. All right, now here's my ball of tinfoil. Now I don't ball it up really tight because I want all these little points and cracks and crevices to get all this stuff off these grill grates. And then it just elbow grease and scrubbing. Now you're going to want to get the underside as well. Two ways to do it. You can just reach under there and do it that way. Some of that's going to fall on your arms, or you can flip it over and try to do it this way. But as you can see, that's already way better than what it was when we started. And then after we get everything finished, we're going to fire this thing up and let it burn off for maybe, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, just to get all this stuff hot. Whatever's left on here is going to drip down and it'll be nice and clean. So this is pretty clean. I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to take it off and then get to the other grates. Now, as most of you know, I've owned a lot of pellet grills over the years, probably 15, 18, somewhere around there. And I've gotten a lot of products over the years that I have used to clean all of those brands of grills. And so even though I have a Yoder and I love it, I still use products from other brands that I have used to clean my grills with. For example, one of my favorite products I've ever gotten is these grill jacks from Gorilla Grills. They come in a pack. There's these, and I think a stainless steel drip catch for the front of the grill. I don't know where that thing is. It's probably on the grill because I sold it, but I kept these because I love these. These, in that channel, you can clean the grill grates, but they're also, you wedge this down, I'll show you. You wedge it down in the grill grates and turn it, and this picks up your grill grates, and you can move it out of the way without you even touching it with your hands. Keeps everything a little bit cleaner. I'll show you how you do that. Also, this wooden grill grate cleaner from Traeger works great on this. Slides right in. Does a really good job of cleaning it, so I still use this sometimes. Also, this little tool is called a grill floss. I'll try to put a link in the description box to it. This is a pretty cool tool as well. It fits right in that groove, and it comes with different sizes that you can take this one off, put a different size on there depending on what size grill grate you have, and you go across, and then you can just flip it over and get up underneath and clean it. Now this does really well, but if you've got a big grill, you've got to do each individual one, and it kind of takes a little bit of time. That's the only downfall of this, but it does do a really good job. I've also got this, which is a replacement head for a Traeger grill brush. I think y'all know my thoughts on Traeger stuff by now. After my video when I compared the Yoder to that new Traeger Timberline, I went to the Ace Hardware up here to get, because I don't have the handle to put this on. So I went to get a replacement handle for this replacement head, and they've got a package with a replacement handle, and it comes with two heads. It was almost 50 bucks. I don't know how you Traeger guys do it. You guys must have better jobs than I've got. Overpriced as usual, and I told them they could keep it. So I've got this with no handle. Maybe I could make me a handle in my wood shop, but I could still hold it like this and go back and forth. So we're gonna try all these methods on these grill grates, try to get them clean and then remove them so we can get down to the good stuff. All right, so first I'm gonna try this little head, replacement head. Now before you Traeger guys get all triggered and everything else, I'm not picking on you or nothing like that. I'm just being honest with you. Now that's getting off the big stuff, but it's not getting down to the metal like I want. So we're gonna try the old board here. And that's doing a little better job. doing a better job. Let's see how these grill jacks do. And that's just doing a better job all the way around, just because it's more abrasive and you can get a little bit more pressure on it. So I'm going to clean all these grill grates with the old grill jacks, and then I'll bring you back when I'm done. Alright guys, the grill grates are clean. That took me about 20 minutes. I cleaned all the tops and then flipped them over, cleaned all the bottoms. Now I've got them set to the side. Now this is a combination of everything that I just got off of my grill grates, as well as the last couple of cooks. And the very last cook I did was a 9-pound fatty pork butt. So this is the remnants of some of that as well, okay? So I'm fixing to take this out, show you how I clean the drip tray. Now, I did just scrape the sides and the back, and before I get the comment, because I always do, there's always one guy that says, "I can't believe you scraped all the seasoning off your grill." Folks, if you think this right here is seasoning, I want you to rub that on your bologna sandwich and see how it tastes. That's not seasoning. That's greasy BS is what that is, and I don't want that on my grill or my food. So this is not seasoning. The seasoning is what's left after you scrape everything off. Okay? So now let me get this out and I'll show you how to clean it. Alright, now lucky for me, I have a Yoder, and it has this plate that goes over here that I can remove and direct flame grill, searing steak, searing whatever I want to sear, or anything that I need to do to have a direct flame. I can just remove that, and this is where it comes from. But it also helps me clean my grill, because I can put it right over the trash can, and right into the trash can it goes. Now, do I have this lined with tinfoil? No, I don't. I used to do that with like my Gorilla Grills and Traegers and stuff, because the drip tray was a lot thinner and I wanted to try to preserve it a lot longer. And that stuff didn't scrape off very easily from those types of drip trays, so I would line it with foil. With these, I don't, because this ends up being more like a non-stick skillet almost. I can just scrape it right into here. It's very thick, it doesn't bend, and it's just easier for me to clean it without worrying about folding up another piece of tin foil and trying to get it to fit right. I did it for a couple times, and this is just easier for me. If I had a pellet grill with a thinner, flimsier drip tray, I would probably line it with foil, pull the foil off, throw it away, and do it that way. But this is the way I do it now. I can put this right over the trash can with this hole, scrape everything in there, and then it's nice and clean. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll bring you back. The drip tray is clean, and now I'm fixing to vacuum everything out. So first thing I'm going to do, take the little fire pot grate out, get all the sawdust off of it, and then I'm going to put it to the side. Now, there might be some grease down here in the bottom of your grill. Most of your grills aren't going to have this damper. It slides up and back. I'm going to slide it all the way to the back, and I'm going to use some of this pellet dust, ash, to my advantage by spreading it all over the grill where there's any grease, so that I can let it absorb it a little bit and then scrape it off and then vacuum everything out. And then when I vacuum everything out, it's going to be nice and clean. So use some of this to your advantage. Let it absorb as much as possible if you have any grease down in the bottom. And then wait about 10 minutes and then scrape it down, and then you can be able to vacuum it out. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum out the fire pot. Alright, now that I've got that much vacuumed out, I'm going to just go in here and just kind of see if there's anything that I need to scrape. That sawdust or pellet dust has absorbed. There's some right there. Just let it get that good. And now I can vacuum that out and the grease is going to be gone. Alright guys, now all the internals are clean. Now it's time to put everything back in. Put our fire pot grate back in. Drip tray. Right back in. Cover back on. Slide that in, and now we're ready. All we're got to do is wipe off the stainless steel shelves and fire it up. I'm sweating like a hog out here. What I do like is stainless steel cleaner for this. I'm just going to spray it all over the stainless steel shelves and wipe them down. Lysol wipes or any kind of wipe like that is really good as well to go over the shelves first. But that stainless steel spray really does a good job. And when this grill is clean, she's sexy. And that's it guys. Nice, clean, ready to roll. Last thing you need to do, good time to check to make sure you got plenty of pellets, which I do. But we are going to fire it up, kind of let any excess stuff on the grill grates burn off. Love the wrap on this thing. I'm going to put it on about 275 and let it roll for a little while. You can hear the pellets dripping down in there already. And that's it guys. If you have any suggestions on how you do things or maybe how you would do things better, please hit me up in the description box or comment section. Let me know how you would do it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and until next time, we'll be piddling. See you guys.